Wednesday, everybody. So, first of all, disregard the pillow behind my back. Second of all, I want to talk today about the phrase working on the business, not in the business. And or any variation of that. Advisors need to spend time working on the business, not in the business. So I feel that advisors in the industry has done this, coaches and consultants. We've almost made it seem as if there is a time and place where suddenly you have the time to work on the business. And there's a point in time that we're all trying to get to as entrepreneurs where we finally have that freedom. And the truth is, the hard truth is that you're never going to get that time. There's never going to be a specific moment in your career or your business life cycle where you suddenly have all of this time to work on the business. And now that's not the case for everybody, but for most advisors who run a really comfortable, awesome lifestyle practice or business, you have to simultaneously switch back and forth. And what I share with advisors is that the key to success is not necessarily getting to that one moment in time, because to some extent it's not realistic, but it's gaining the ability to be able to toggle back and forth throughout the day and throughout any given year. And for most of us who, to some extent, are always going to be both practitioners working with the end client and business owners or business managers, developing the ability to do that is absolutely critical. And so I want to talk today about some strategies and tactics that will help you toggle back and forth and actually work on the business on an ongoing basis while you're working in it, if that makes sense. And some of these may seem obvious and you may not even realize the value of them, but I'll hopefully make the connection when I share them. Okay, so 5 things. The first thing is to get in the habit of recording yourself completing tasks and processes that are repeatable, and encourage your staff and team members to do the same. So one of the things advisors always talk about, and the things that coaches share with advisors, is you need repeatable systems and processes. And it's really hard sometimes to find the space to sit down and document everything. But if you notice yourself during the day doing something that you think, wow, it would be really helpful for XYZ person on my team to do, or wow, I'd love to be able to repeat that, get in the habit of recording yourself. So for example, if you are pulling together a client report, I'm totally making this up, or putting together an email for a client, templating that, yes, we want you to template as much as possible, but recording yourself perhaps the way in which you might put together a review meeting packet, or recording yourself using your invoice system internally, and knowing that down the line you're going to add additional admin staff and you need them to learn that. That's a really quick way to create almost a library of documented systems and processes that could be easily taught and transferred to somebody else. So working in the business while working on systematizing the practice. That's the first thing. The second thing is get in the habit of asking for feedback constantly. Most of the questions that advisors ask me about client service and marketing and their team and what motivates their team, those answers would actually come from directly asking the people who you're wondering about. Get in the habit of asking clients to share their feedback on experiences, and for your team to share on an ongoing basis what motivates them and what they find valuable. I share with advisors that the most powerful thing you could do is stop asking people closed-ended or passive-aggressive questions that you have an obvious answer to, and start asking what or how questions. Allow people on the other end of the conversation, whether it's your clients, your business partners, your team members, to start giving you the solutions that they're looking for. What would be most helpful to you? What did you find most valuable? How can I be of help? How can my team be of service to you? Of all the tools and resources at our disposal, which do you find, that's a which question, but which do you find most useful, and are there others? Giving people the space to give you the solutions that are ultimately going to help your business be durable and sustainable. Really, really key. What that does subtly is removes us meaning you as business owners and advisors, from being what I call the all knower. There's so much pressure, and it's because we're in a very hierarchical society. There's so much pressure on advisors to have all the answers to all of clients' questions, all the answers to how to run a business, how to stay profitable, how to grow. And it's not realistic. And part of working on the business is allowing others the opportunity to lead and give us the answers. So that's something that you can start doing immediately that will really help. What will happen eventually over time is that you will start to trust others to have the answers to things. And, as you think about the bigger business problems that you're trying to solve for, some of the answers you'll already have them because you are in this constant feedback loop with clients and team members. Okay, the third thing, practice delegating and letting go. And this is not an easy one. What I share with advisors and business owners is you need to get comfortable feeling uncomfortable. That's not a new concept. It's part of the idea of, always evolving and being open to change. And so I recommend being intentional, going into the week and saying, I am going to allow my admin to make the decisions about client gifts this week and not okay it by me. And if you're practicing letting go actively, share that with team members, especially team members who know you really well. You're going to say, look, I'm practicing my working on the business and letting go. And so I want to give you permission to, and the power to make these decisions, and stop there. What I want you to do is allow yourself to see what happens if the best possible scenario happens and what happens if the worst possible scenario happens. And in almost every case, absolutely nothing's going to happen. The business is going to go on. People are still going to like you. You're still going to grow, etc. So, but practicing letting go intentionally helps us start to do that naturally down the line. Okay, fourth thing, certainly joining a study group, a workshop group, hiring a coach helps. But what you'll start to notice is that sometimes you end up spending that time being tactical and solving problems versus just thinking about the bigger picture, because our time is valuable. And for so many of us, we feel as if we're wasting time if we're just talking about, the 20-year vision versus talking about, like, how should I resegment my clients? But force yourself to be part of some structure community where you're forced to do that. I say that because of Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time we have to complete it. And so if you leave your Fridays for, thinking days or strategic planning days, for the majority of us, not all of us, we'll end up filling that time with not the big picture thinking stuff, because we want to feel like we are accomplishing something. So actually force yourself to be in, whether it's in quarterly meeting or with a coach or whomever, time to do that, or you're holding yourself accountable to doing that is really important. The fifth thing, don't get attached to what works. I think I talked about this on the last, maybe one of the last webinars, or Wednesday Wisdoms rather. In order to really be able to powerfully work on the business and evolve, you can't be attached to any single way of achieving success. Train yourself, and it starts with your internal communication and dialogue. Train yourself to come into every day without any preconceived notions about what is going to work today versus what worked yesterday. I talk to a lot of advisors who end up doing something on social media, and it's taken them so long to get there, and then they're stuck on that. Like, I need to post a motivational quote on LinkedIn every Wednesday for all eternity. And it's okay to say, I tried this for 6 months, it's not ideal. Or I've tried this, but my consumers have moved beyond LinkedIn and are, maybe on Zoom or, hosting these, or attending, client events on Zoom, whatever it is. Don't get ultra attached to any one method. and constantly be open to trying something different. Now, I don't recommend trying something different every single day, but recognizing that the industry and society is moving faster than we're moving is really, really important. So maybe tomorrow you're going to try recording a video and sending it out. And the last piece of this that I'll say is it's okay to share with clients and prospects, hey, I'm trying something different today. I'm trying something different this month. I want to share information with you in a way that's conducive to how you want to receive it. I'm going to start sending videos out once a month and see how it works. All right, folks, I hope that was helpful. So start recording yourself, systematizing things in the practice, ask for feedback constantly, practice intentionally delegating or letting go, hold yourself accountable to strategic thinking, and don't get attached to any one method. I hope that was helpful. I will speak to you next week, same place, same time. Take care.